He achieved modest success while playing for India, but had one of the longest first-class careers for an Indian player. However, Chandu Sarwate's name will be forever linked with the famous last-wicket partnership of 249 runs with Shoot Banerjee in the Indians' match against Surrey at the Oval in 1946. He was essentially a middle-order batsman who also opened the batting for India. But in this match, he went in at number 10 and was joined by Banerjee, the number 11, with the score 205 for 9 shortly before tea on the first day. The stand was not broken till about an hour after the start of play on the second day, by which time the duo had written themselves into the record books. It was the only time in first-class cricket that both number 10 and number 11 had scored hundreds. Sarwate remained unbeaten with 124 while Banerjee was out for 121. For good measure, Sarwate also captured 5 wickets in Surrey's second innings. But, of course, Sarwate will be remembered for many other things. For putting on 124 runs for the first wicket with Vinu Mankad at Melbourne in 1948 against Lindwall, Miller, Johnston and Johnson. For being part of the great Holkar team for several years. And for playing in the Ranji Trophy for well over 3 decades and running up a superb all-round record 49-23 runs, 43.18, including 12 centuries and 281 wickets, 27.42. He made his debut in the national competition at 16, and by the time he called it a day he was in his 50th year. His career highest was 246 for Holkar against Bengal in 1950-51. His best bowling in an innings was 9 for 61 for Holkar against Mysore in 1945-46. He also played 1 test each against the Australian Services team in 1945-46 and the first Commonwealth side in 1949-50. He served as a national selector for a while in the early 1980s. By profession he was a fingerprint expert. Chandu Sarwate debuted in Test cricket against England at Manchester on 20 July 1946. His last Test match was also against England at Brabourne Stadium, Mumbai, on 14 December 1951. Chandu Sarwate played 9 Test matches and scored 208 runs with a poor batting average of 13.00. His highest score of 37 against West Indies at Delhi in 1948 helps India to draw the Test. He also took 3 wickets with a horrible bowling average of 124.66. His best bowling of 1 for 16 against Australia at Brisbane in 1947 was a match of shame for India. India not only lost that Test by an innings and 226 runs but also failed to score 100 runs in each innings. Chandu Sarwate had a super hit first-class record. He played 171 first-class matches and took 494 wickets with a super strong bowling average of 23.54. His best bowling in first-class cricket is 9 for 61. He also scored 7,430 runs with a decent batting average of 32.73. He had 14 centuries in his kitty. His highest score in first-class cricket is 246.